Thank you, Batilla. I work with some great women. Okay, I'm now going to call for any other nominations, and I'm going to do it 3 times. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? I'm now going to close the nominations. Peggy, will you stand?
Hello, Parkdale High Park. Well, thank you. First of all, to my nominators, to Sheena and Batilla, for your lovely remarks. I really appreciate it, and I accept the nomination to win back Parkdale High Park for the New Democrats. We're going to win Parkdale High Park for the New Democrats and for our community. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out this evening on this very, very cold night. I want to thank Jack for making the time in his very, very busy schedule to be here. Sherry, Gord, all of my colleagues, Andrew, Wayne, really very much appreciate that you being here tonight. Irene, thank you for making the time. I know you had another event to be at. And thank you to all of my friends. Most of you live here in Parkdale High Park, but there's some other friends from across the community, social activists, NDP activists. I also see many friends from the labor movement. Some of my CAW friends are here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me. You know, I was thinking it's a very, very cold night this evening, and I was thinking it was 4 years ago on a very, very cold January night that we elected here in Parkdale High Park our very first New Democrat elected to the House of Commons in Ottawa. Very similar night to this evening. And I started thinking tonight about our good friend Julius Deutsch, who has worked so hard in this community for so many years. And I know he wishes more than anything he could be with us this evening, but he can't. His health is too poor. But I know that collectively we send him our warmth, our love, and big hugs, and that we're thinking of him as he goes through this very difficult time. We're also missing this evening former staff person, Minerva Hui. Her husband, Brian McInnes, is also very, very ill, and he sent me a note saying that he just received more bad news about his health, and his health is too poor for he and Minerva to be here. So we also send Minerva and Brian our love and our best wishes. We're thinking of them. But you know, as I think back to that cold night 4 years ago, and the incredible energy and warmth that was in the room when we won that vote, and I feel tonight the energy and the warmth and the commitment here tonight, and I'm convinced that in the future, we'll look back on tonight and we'll say, tonight was the night. That was the turning point when we set on a new path and we restored the New Democrats, not only to Parkdale High Park, but to Canada for the benefit of our country now and for the future. So you're all part of history. You're all part of history here tonight. And Jack spoke tonight in his very kind remarks. He talked about the way politics are changing. And I believe, and I know Jack does, and I know my colleagues in the New Democratic Party believe, that there is a new politics emerging in Canada. I think we saw some of that this past weekend with the rallies against the prorogation of the House of Commons. I feel that new politics tonight here in Parkdale High Park. People are so tired of doing things the same old way, and I thought the comment by Gord about showing up for a photo op and somehow confusing that with real commitment is very typical. I think we're tired of photo ops. We're tired of saying one thing and doing another. And we're just tired of the same old way of doing things. And under Jack Layton, and I've seen it firsthand, I've seen the New Democratic Party grow stronger with each and every election. And now it's time. We've seen our caucus grow, and you know, our caucus works harder and does more than any other caucus in the House of Commons, person for person. But you know what? It's time to take the next step. We've got to go further. We've got to build more. I want to be part of that. You and I together are going to be part of taking that next step. Well, as for the old politics, that's the politics of Stephen Harper. It's the politics of secrecy, the politics of arrogance. It's the politics of proroguing Parliament, shutting the doors, refusing democracy. It's refusing to answer questions about the war in Afghanistan or about the treatment of detainees. It's refusing to talk about jobs or refusing to answer questions about climate change. It's the old politics. Stephen Harper talked about Parliament sitting as being bad for the markets, creating instability. When does democracy undermine the economy? Democracy strengthens the economy.